Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Find Ways to Win. My name is FitzgeraldStephens, your host, and thank you guys for joining me this time of the evening. I do work some long days, and so sometimes with my schedule, like the evenings are sometimes I could just get free. I just want to come in. I want to be consistent with my work, at least make a showing daily as far as what we're trying to do. Excuse me, what we're trying to do as far as with this channel. I want to talk to you guys briefly about a subject matter called peace is your life energy. Peace is your life energy. Peace, a harmonious state, a calmness of spirit, soul, and body. A state of being a state of being serene, tranquil, meditative, or any other soothing adjective that you might want to plug in there. Your peace. Peace, I find, is the best atmosphere in order to make sound, logical decisions. Decisions that are going to move you forward. Decisions that are going to make a very big impact in your life. Generally, when you have peace about making certain decisions in your life, it's actually considered a very good thing that you're able to move forward, that you're able to achieve the results that you want. Question: how necessary is your peace to you? I mean, are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to protect it? It seemed that how so many people around the world who don't seem to value their peace. They let anything and anyone disturb it and move them from a position of peace. You often see that with those type of shenanigans with very selfish people, or people who are trying to cajole you into making a decision that is not necessarily good for you, but every bit benefit for us for them. And they'll use rush, now. You got to make a decision now, buy here. Always at the state of pressure in the moment. If let this be one of your mantras. If peace is not present when you're in front of anybody or anything, or thinking about engaging in any decision, or thinking about engaging anyone, do not do it. In the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 15, it says, let the peace of God, very important, rule in your heart, and be you thankful. Let the peace of God rule in your heart, and be you thankful. There are different levels of peace. The highest form I just straight stated right there, peace of God, is also the peace of man. Peace of man depends upon happening and circumstances. Circumstances are good. The happenings are good. Hey, I have peace. But if the things are not so good, and the person is not so good to me, or the job is not so good to me, then I'm disturbed in my spirit. You can't move like that. You have to have peace. To have peace despite what's going on. One of the greatest examples of peace is that you are calm in the midst of trials. You're calm in the midst of storms and upheavals. You just have a sense of serene about you, and a sense of calmness and soothing about it. Believe me, that will draw people to you, because people are used to throwing their hands up in the Fed, and going on childish temper tantrums, and doing things to express who they really are. Because if you don't have peace really deep down in your heart, any little thing can move you to a chaotic emotional state. We have to protect that. Our peace is literally our life force. Peace will literally add not only years to your life, but it will also add success to your life. It'll add health to your life. It'll add breakthrough to your life, because you are calm. You are able to receive. Far as your spiritual ears are open, you're able to receive instructions from God, and you know that you want to stay in that state of mind no matter what, because it's too dangerous for you to be pulled out of that state of mind. I've told a story to a couple of people, and I'll share it with you. Back when I was in my teenage years and 20s and 30s and even 40s. I used to allow circumstances or individual to pull me out of my peace. And although I was pretty much a mild man of temperament, I had my anger would be activated when I was pulled out of that, especially with cajoling and nitpicking and constantly bother me. My anger is mostly activated through rudeness and stupidity, cruelty. Those are things that bring that out. But since I've been in my 50s, I made a decision. I'm not going to let anyone or anything disturb my peace. I am going to be cucumber cool, or cool as the other side of the pillow, as the late great sports writer Stuart Scott would say. And I'm not interested in dealing with anyone or anything that disturbs my peace. The price is too high. I got tired of having headaches and tired of having body aches without being explained, and tired of the insomnia that comes from a restless spirit. It was detrimental to me, and I never met anyone else. Have met anyone else who it wasn't detrimental to them. You got to guard your peace. You got to guard. So if it talks about guard, the same verse, Colossians 3:15, in the Holy Bible, likens peace as an umpire. An umpire, what does he do? Or she do? They dictate the rules of the game. More in a simpler way that could be said, they allow or they don't allow a certain action to take place. They set the rules. And so the umpire is in guarding of your heart. Your heart has to be protected, and your heart it just can't take. It can't hold both peace and unrest. It's only built for really to hold one of the other. If one comes in, it's going to displace the other. If unrest and bitterness and sorrow comes in, it's going to replace peace and love and joy. Because the heart is only built to hold one thing at a time. If you doubt that, see those times that you've actually been in anger. See those times you've actually allowed someone or something to take you out of your peace. Did you feel good about it? Was you operating as that loving person that many people would think you are, that sometimes you would say you are? Was you operating as that level-headed, clear-thinking individual? No. At that time, you actually became another person. You actually revealed another side of yourself. Why? Because you was taken out of peace. Not being in peace is dangerous to your life. You're going to make wrong decisions. You're going to make rash decisions. You're going to stay in toxic situations that are way bad for you, and you're going to stay in them, and you're going to stay with toxic people much longer than you should ever give them, because they are literally destroying your peace. But you can actually have something called a trauma bond. You can be addicted to disorder. You can be addicted to chaos. You can be addicted to things that are not normal. It's not normal going to a job that makes you sick, going to a job that you hate and you dread, and it just nulls your spirit. It's not normal being around an individual who brings out the worst in you instead of the best of you. I don't care if they call themselves spouse or child or whatever their title is. If lack of peace will bring you down to the grave. That's just how important it is. We see derivatives of this and other names that it calls itself. Sometimes the Bible speaks of a wounded spirit and a broken heart. Well, many of us know what the danger and the power that thing can have. How it can usher in depression and isolation and even suicidal thoughts. That's what happens when you forfeit your peace. That's what can happen. But you're going to be angry. You're going to be uptight. You're going to be in a perpetual state of aggravation. Is someone really worth that? Is a situation worth that? Is a job worth that? Is a career worth that? I say no. And as you say, well, I need the money. Well, make money, without disturbing your peace. Well, I don't want to take a pay cut. Okay, well, but I suggest you increase your life insurance policy where your family and someone else can be taken care of, because you're not going to be able to maintain a chaotic state of mind. It will aid you. It will slowly grind you and take the very essence of life out of you. You will feel like, hey, what is there? What is there to be here for? What am I matter? What do I look like? Even the great apostle Paul, and he wrote in one of his epistle, he was under such pressure and such persecution. He said, he said he despaired of even life. This was the apostle Paul talking about this. A man full of the Holy Spirit of God, a man full of the life and energy of God, a man on God's call, but constant pressure and relentlessness was actually still in this piece, and it got down to the point that he was even despairing of life, and so great men and women are not exempt from this neither. It's not like it's not like you can get out there and purchase peace. You can't go out there and buy it. You can't go out there and take some of my peace and I can give it to you. Each man must have his own degree of peace. Each individual must have their own degree of peace. I remember listening to this, watching one of my favorite movies by Tom Cruise called The Last Samurai. But and there was a song by a great German composer named Hans Zimmer, worldwide known and worldwide famous for his scores and dealing with movies and stuff. But he wrote one song that is really that really speaks to me in a very, very meditative state. Actually, it's part of the things I use. It can be part of the things I use to bring me into peace, because I believe in music therapy along with nature therapy, art therapy, things that would trigger peace. Well, the name of the song is called "A Small Measure of Peace." And the way the flute sounds and the softness of the notes and the melody, it is transformative. You have got to pursue peace, ladies and gentlemen. You must believe that you are worthy of peace. And another thing we see in the scriptures, it says peace is a person. Peace is a person, none other than the Lord God, Jesus Christ. So it's a spirit. The spirit of peace must be protected. Everything that you are given in life must be protected. Now, once again, I don't apologize for my faith. I don't apologize for talking with my faith. I'm not here to make excuses for what I believe in. I'm just telling you what works for me and many people I've come in contact with. Why is it that a man or a man or a woman can seem to have so much less than another man or woman, yet they have so much more peace than the one who has much more wealth or prestige? Why is that? Why are the bars full around the world with people crawling into a bottle? Why are people? Why are people in the wrong person's bed, trying to find peace through sex or drugs or any number of things that you use, the so-called anesthetic the pain, because you're trying to stop it, because the pain is giving you disturbance. The pain is bringing you torment. So you look for some other thing to get a counterfeit peace. But there's no such thing as a counterfeit peace. Eventually, you're going to have to do the same things to keep the counterfeit going that you partake in. Why not pursue an inner peace? Why not have peace come up out of your soul and out of your spirit and radiate out of the very pores of your life? When you're in a state of peace and tranquility, the world looks so much better. People look so much better. Situations look so much better. You're able to think. You're able to galvanize clarity of thought and well-being. Your health is going to improve. Your outlook is going to improve. You are going to improve. And once you improve, then you're going to force changes that you want to have, because you're gonna operate in your creative power because you're operating in peace. Yes, it is just that vital. It is just that vital. Peace is a major component, a absolutely vital component in life. All men seek it, but few ever find it. All men seek it, but few ever find it. Now, it's out there. First of all, it's just a decision. First of all, it's just a conscious decision of your will. It's just seeking the thing. So if you don't really know what peace is, and you don't really know how to find peace in your life, define what you will, what you don't want in your life. Do you want to be? Do you want to be always in a perpetual state of uptightness, in a perpetual state of inner turmoil and chaos and things like that? Do you want that type of life? Is that what? Do you want to be the type of person that your children see, and they're afraid to approach you, or your spouse is afraid to approach you because you get angry so easily, or you get dismissive, or you just pass out on the couch with a bottle, or you jumping in the wrong bed with the wrong man or woman and things, and you think that's cool? You got a revolving door talking about how you living your best life, trying to talk yourself into believing something that obviously your actions show that you don't possess. You have to pursue peace. You have to get around peaceful people, peaceful situation. You have to learn how to call peace. As I stated before, I use music. Music is an integral part of my life, always has been. I don't know why I didn't go into business. I use art therapy. I use nature, sounds of nature. I use meditative things. I use silence. I use stimulating conversation with like-minded people who are filled with peace. I don't know if you had ever had the pleasure of talking to a man or woman who exudes peace, but their aura and their glow about them is so different. It's just so vital. Two people come into my mind right now, who exemplifies that: Apostle Victor Phillips up in Niagara Falls, Canada, and Apostle Roger Stevens. Both of these men, exude so much peace. It's almost like your turmoil disappears. And I've seen many of men and women who does this. I've seen people who have peace in their marriage, and peace in their home, and peace on their job, and peace in their finance, peace working in construction jobs, or peace working as millionaires by themselves. It's something to be pursued. It's something to be coveted. It's something to be desired. I mean, the first step I would do is ask God ask God to reveal His peace for me. That next, I'm going to pursue it, and after I pursue it and I attain it, I am going to seek to increase it, and I'm definitely going to protect it. So much you do. Don't stop allowing chaotic people to have access to you. I don't care if they call themselves a parent. They call themselves a spouse. Yes, I said it. I don't care if they call themselves a child. And yes, I said it. Anyone that disturbs your peace, until they set that aside, should have very, very limited, or I prefer no access to your life until that changes. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to go down where they are in a state of chaos, which that's detrimental to you, that takes the very essence of life? Or are you going to try to bring them up? Some people are not going to want to come up. Some people love drama, man, and they love things that's going on chaotic, and they literally get a rush out of things. It's so much so that if it's too peaceful, they're going to create disorder. You hear that foolishness in relationship. Sometimes with both men and women, they have a guy or a gal that really loves them, really cares for them, really values them, but he just too good. And I can't have. I need to have a little spice in my life. I need to have a little toxicity. Ma'am, sir, you are a slap food with a capital FOOL. You go out there and you live on that, and you live in that chaos, and you make dumb decisions like that, and you drive someone who is bringing peace to your life, but you think because they're not the bad boys, or they're not the bad girls, or they're boring and all stuff. Only to realize once you had chased that away, once you had chased that away, how very very vital they were in your life to help bring you, because they brought you in a place of peace. And they loved you for you. Nothing going. You will not throw away something like that without great consequence. Some people have left great careers that they're supposed to be in, have left their callings that were supposed to be in, that was bringing them a peace, but they just thought, well, maybe I can do more, or there's better. I mean, everything is working right. The harmony is going. They're making the good money. They're making they have their fulfillment. But it's just too. I just want to see what's else out there. I just wanna just go ahead and just I need a little chaos. That's you're addicted to toxicity, and you're not going to be happy in the long run. You forget what it was when you didn't have the peace. You forget the hell that you went through. And so what's some of you guys' solution? You just go right back into it, because that's what you're used to. You're not bonded with peace. You're bonded with trauma. And someone need to tell you that you basically on the wrong path, and you're on a path that's going to destroy you slow. It's gonna torture you until it takes your very very life away. And then you wonder why you can't succeed. You wonder why things seem to fall apart in your life, because you're making emotional decisions not based on peace, decisions based on fear and toxicity and chaos, and you expect peace to come out of those choices being made in that ground. Absolutely impossible. And so despite what the world says, you get peace through things, or you get peace from more shopping. But buying a better car will give you peace. Living in a bigger house will give you peace. Sex with 2 women at a time in the bed give you peace. Sex with 3 men at a time will give you peace. The good alcohol, having a bar, give you peace. The concert will give you peace. Going and doing all kinds of smoking the cigars and dancing and dancing the night away, that'll give you peace. No, it doesn't. Those are poor substitutes. Peace comes from within. It comes from within and then goes out. It doesn't come out and goes in. You have to determine that you're gonna have peace regardless of whether anyone else has it or not. Then and only then could you be at a state that you can really, really achieve your greatness, that you can really, really hear the voice of God. Let me tell you something. God requires harmony, and and it's the things He's looking for. A listening ear. How can you possibly hear Him? He can be shouting at you, but if you're disturbed in your spirit, and you don't have a calmness and serenity where you tune your ear to hear His instructions, you won't be able to hear it. Now He is God. He can get through. He knows exactly how to get through it. But God creates. But God creates. And speaks. In calmness and tranquility. Even when He's talking to chaotic situation, He's still very much calm. He's still very very much in control. He doesn't move recklessly. He doesn't do all that. He creates in an order of peace. He speaks peace into the chaos. When the master was on the boat and he said, "Peace, be still. Peace, be still." He called it into a storm. He called peace into a storm, and guess what? The storm ceased. There was peace, and He can cause your storms to cease in your life, provided that you're serious about pursuing it. You got to guard your heart, ladies and gentlemen. You got to protect your soul and your spirit and your body. You can't allow unease. Now, some of these words I'm making to you guys, some of you are faced with some decisions now. Oh God, I can't let him or her go. Oh, I know they're crazy. I know they're crazy as hell sometimes, but I can't let them go. I can't let this job go or this situation go. Oh, I know it's killing me. I know I'm going to the doctors and taking all kinds of antidepressant drugs and I know I'm drinking a pot of coffee to get my nerves up, and I know I'm probably put some things in my arms up my nose that to calm me down. But I gotta stay there. I have to have it. No, you don't. No, you don't. The first thing you need to do is ask God to break that trauma bond. Some people have grown up in houses where there was domestic abuse, where your parents physically fought, or any other number of things, chaotic foster home situations. Some of you didn't have the same environment as others, and I understand that. But nevertheless, it's up to you to guard your peace. But being without peace will lead you to destruction, and it will lead you in ways you never want to go, and it will lead you further down that way you never was intended to go. And so you learn to pursue that. Learn to basically ask God to give you that peace, His peace. That you're not going to get on a psychology chair. They don't really understand it. You talk to them enough, they can switch places. You can interview them, and they can lie on a chair. See, we all got issues we all have to deal with. We all have things that we all have to overcome. There are many things vying for our attention on this earth. Many things are saying, "Hey, pick me, choose me." Many choices that we have. Everybody wants the time. Everything demands your time. Look at me, do this. The flashiness and all the other things. You have to choose very carefully what you allow in your life, what you allow in your heart, for it will have effect upon you. It will have an effect upon you. It's simple as this: peace rules your heart. If it disturbs your peace, that's not for you. If you're calm, and and the peace raises the hands of saying, "Come in and enter," well, that's for you. That's for you. And then sometimes things can start out peaceful, but it will change. There's a video I made called "Your Energy Introduces You," where I talked about the importance of not knowing how to read energy, knowing when a person has changed or against you, or knowing when a situation has changed against you, and pull out. Ladies and gentlemen, often things and people are for seasons. Few are the ones who are actually going to stick with you for a lifetime. Often people come for seasons, just like we have 4 seasons on this earth. There are people who have seasons. There are people seasons in your life. You dare not put too much faith in a person who's just in your life for one certain season. You don't want to do that. You want to put your weight on situations of people who are called for you, who call for you for a lifetime, whether that be a friend, a spouse, or whatever. You want to put, that's where you want to put your peace at, because they have proven themselves to be a rock. And we appreciate you so much. The channel is growing. That added several new subscribers today. I thank you guys for that. I thank you guys for taking time to listen to me. Seems like my largest subscribers is in the nation of India, and I definitely appreciate you guys over there. We're also doing things in Africa and Europe and stuff. That's definitely here in the States and up in Canada. I'm appreciative of that. I'm grateful. I'm just a voice, just trying to cry out, and just impart some things to your life that I feel that are sorely needed. We're just trying to bring you to the best state that you can be in. I ask you guys to share this channel with just one person. I'm not going to ask 3, 4, or 5. If you want to, that's fine. I'm just trying to grow this channel. I believe we have something special over here. But I know that we can't do anything for us without your help. Appreciate you guys listening to me, and taking heed of some of the things I'm saying. But I believe this message applies to everyone. Everyone needs peace, ladies and gentlemen. There are no exceptions. The question is, are you gonna keep selling for the counterfeit peace? Or are you gonna get the lasting, real, true peace that doesn't leave you? That's not dependent upon things, that's not dependent on immoral behavior, that's not dependent upon lying, the peace that doesn't leave, the peace that remains with you, the peace that shows up and shows out in great in stores, the peace that causes other people, like, man, is he on drugs or is she on drugs? Because they are so calm. How can they be so calm with that? I tell you how they can be so calm with that. They have peace in their heart. They have the peace of God in their heart, and they know that the things are going to work out, because there is someone who watches over their life, and someone who is greater than all that covers them, and they know that, and they realize that. And be thankful. Be thankful. Listen, there are people right now praying for the situation you're complaining about. There are people right now praying for the situation you're complaining about. They wish they had that apartment. For those of you, who said, I want to get in the house, or they wish they even had that tent that some of the homeless people have. At least they have a shelf and cover. There are some people wish they had a refrigerator full of food like you do, and air conditioning like you do, and many of the modern things, a great medical care, or they're praying for that while you're sitting out there complaining and not giving God thanks, which is but not having a grateful thankful heart will cause peace to flee from you. I assure you. And so get out of your own way. Get out of your own way and just receive and just allow the peace of God to flow to you. Perhaps as it's flowing to you, it will flow to someone else. Because they're going and be expecting the people asking you, why are you so calm? Why are you so tranquil? They're talking about laying thousands of us off. Why are you how can you just be so calm and things like that? Because I know my God provides. I know this ain't the only job, he asked me, or I know he'll cause me to create a job. I'm not worried about that. This is a God who's taken care of me all my life and fed me all my days. I'm not worried about what man can do. Who is he? So when you have that type of confidence and that type of belief that in a God who's greater than all, and it's going to put you in an expected peaceful thing. It's just like being a little boy. I knew, man, if my dad could get in a situation, my dad was going to protect me. My mom was going to protect me. Yeah, you just wait. When I get them in it, boy, you'll see. Because I had confidence that my parents were going to protect me. As being the eldest brother, I was the one that looked after my two younger brothers and stuff. But I would like the fact that, hey, I got an elder brother, and you mess with me, he'll see about you. Well, that's a neat feeling that people look to you for their peace, but you got to point them to the source of peace, and that peace is Christ. And I appreciate you guys so much for listening. Just go ahead and share the stream with one person. We appreciate everything you're doing for this channel. I'm really, really, truly grateful. And so you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, walk in peace and thanksgiving. Have an awesome day. Bye.